Hunter Michelson is a freshman. He is one of many students who chose Duke based on its ranking of 7th in the U.S. News & World Report's ranking.
To be entirely honest, the college rankings were a pretty big factor. I wanted to go to a school that I knew after I graduated there would be a high demand for my services because the school I went to was so prestigious.
The rankings factor in a wide variety of areas, including academic reputation, faculty salary, student selectivity, and freshman retention. But those are not the only areas that students care about.
The rankings were only one part of many reasons why I decided to apply where I applied and where I decided to end up going, why I decided to end up going to Duke.
Michelson made a binding agreement to enroll at Duke even before he applied to Harvard, which ranked 5 spots higher.
And I felt as if the experience and the life I would have at Duke would be more valuable, and at the same time, it's not going to prevent me from getting in any doors going to Duke as opposed to going to Harvard. That was my perception.
This year, Duke dropped 1 spot to 8th in the nation. Princeton, Harvard, and Yale are ranked 1st, 2nd, and 3rd respectively.
It dropped to, I mean, it's still a top 10 university. It's not like it dropped to number 30. It was frustrating in the sense that, you know, you always want your school to be ranked higher, but I think that really no reasonable person thinks that Duke is markedly worse now that it's ranked 8th instead of 7th in the whole country. The fact that it dropped to me was kind of frustrating, but it doesn't really at all change the way I view Duke.
Michael Schoenfeld, Duke's vice president for public affairs and government relations, didn't seem too worried about the drop either.
You might be curious to know that the years, in the last couple of years, the years in which Duke was ranked the lowest, that is, we were ranked 9th and 10th for a couple of years within the top 10, were also the years in which we had the largest increases in applications from the previous year.
While the rankings do help prospective students in their search, ultimately, they have to decide for themselves which school is best for them.
I think most people probably chose Duke for the same reason that I did. They found a community here that they thought would be enriching. They found a group of people that they thought they could have a good time with and learn with, and, you know, a very impressive school, and you can come out in 4 years with a very impressive degree.
For students like Michelson, who factor in far more than rankings, 8th in the nation seems quite all right.